if you drink this beer, you can do more of what you love. You get all the satisfaction with none of the buzz. You know, your night is gonna go on and on. Hi guys, it's Jim here with another episode of Beers of the British Isles. On today's episode, we're drinking Special Effects. This beer is brought to you by the one and only Brooklyn Brewery. Brooklyn Brewery, I've discussed them on the show before. Absolutely great brewery, and no other name would do for this brewery. They absolutely love Brooklyn. They love their heritage. They love the area. It seems to me not really knowing Brooklyn, I was going to say that well at all, really, other than what I've read on the Brooklyn Brewery website. It seems to me they've kind of grown up together a little bit. You know, the modern day Brooklyn and the brewery have kind of grown up together. The brewery do a lot for the community, like I say, with the Stonewall Foundation, things like that. And they make great beer. So I massively endorse this brewery. In fact, when I was a young brewing lad, when I was a young brewer, I remember seeing a video of Garrett Oliver, the critically acclaimed, the absolutely fantastic head brewer over there at Brooklyn. I saw a video of, they were doing a hop rubbing. So basically, it's like every brewer's dream nowadays. They basically get like a big sack of hops. And you know how they do when they kind of, it seems like a bit wasteful when they just stab in and open it just like right in the middle. But that's what they're doing. I'm sure it was for effect. And they would pick up these lush green flowers and just rub them between their hands, and they would just give them a sniff, and it just really made me appreciate the artistry that is brewing. So that's what Brooklyn Brewery means to me. It can mean to you whatever you want, but this is a first for them. This beer, Special Effects, is a first for them. The special effect is that there's no booze in it. Yeah. Hardly Michael Bay, but there you go. You know, this is Brooklyn Brewery's first non-alcoholic beer, or alcohol-free beer. It's 0.4% alcohol. So yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing really, because if you look at the label, you'd have no chance staring that one in the face after a few full alcohol beers. So Special Effects, the brewery claim that it has all of the satisfaction with none of the buzz. Let's hope it still has all the satisfaction though. Okay, so we're all poured in. This beer is a Hoppy Lager. So I've gone, it's nice and cold, basically. I did think that a Hoppy Lager was a bit of a weird choice for this alcohol-free beer. I mean, I suppose alcohol-free lagers are quite trendy at the moment. I maybe would have gone for something else. I'm not sure what, I don't know, it just seemed like a weird one to me. On pouring, it's got a real nice head, and I'm glad to see that they've gone down the Brooklyn Lager route. You know, this kind of sort of amber, darker lager style, as Brooklyn is known for. It's kind of like a bit of a German-American thing. You know, a lot of the American breweries tend to go for this sort of, would you call it a Vienna lager? I'm not sure about that, but kind of a much maltier, bolder, sweeter lager than say a Pilsner or whatever that you would normally get dry hopped. Yeah, so I don't have any other information than that, to be honest. So I guess I'm just gonna have to vamp a little bit on this one. So let's give it a sniff. Oh, it is hoppy. It is nice and hoppy. Now the brewery say that it has peeled grapefruit hop characters, and that is certainly coming through. Quite zesty as well. that is quite remarkable, I think. So let me just run that down again. It has a touch of bitterness to it, but it's not overly so. The hoppy definitely refers to the aroma and the flavour. Like I said, that grapefruit character that comes through in the aroma definitely carries on through to the body. But surprisingly, like I said, they've gone for this kind of darker, bolder, maltier lager base. And that's bringing a lot of sweetness to it. I think for me, it could have done with a little bit less sweetness, a little bit more bitterness. But I mean, damn, that is really well. So just slightly off on the balance, but the flavors are amazing. I mean, you know, you would have no idea that doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's almost perfect. Except, like I said, the balance is slightly off. It has, if you've ever brewed beer and you've ever tasted unfermented wort, there is a touch of that unfermented wort character to it. The best I can kind of describe it is there's a little bit of tea in the back end of this. But I mean, damn, I am not going to complain about that. You know, got really nice peeled grapefruit is right, because you don't get that bitterness. Really nice and grapefruity up front, zesty, and a fairly balanced palate, I think. All right then, let's put this one to bed. Let's sum up Special Effects by Brooklyn Brewery. First off, the special effect is that there's no alcohol in it. I would put that in kind of alien special effects and not exactly Transformers, if you know what I mean. But you could have fooled me, is what I will say. So as I sum this beer up, I've already said all the talking points. You know, the aroma, the grapefruit aroma, the zesty hop character, the big sweet malty backbone. What I'm going to say as I kind of rate this is it worth drinking? The answer to that is absolutely yes. This is worth drinking. The brewery go on and on about the, well, they don't go on and on, to be honest. It's marketed as a hoppy lager. You know, all the marketing spiel that you can see online, it kind of relates to the hops or the fact that there's no alcohol in it. They kind of ignore the malt, and to me, what I was worried about is that the malt would have been forgotten about, which of course in a lager, you can't forget about the malt. You have to have that really good malt backbone. And I think that it does. I think that what's happened here is that, I don't know, malt's just a bit boring, isn't it? No one really cares about malt. You know, you wouldn't pick up an IPA and say, oh my God, look at the Munich malt in this, is great. But it does have that. It has all the components that you would imagine a lager would have, with hops on top of it. Like I say, I'm kind of coming round to these hoppy lagers now. The IPLs, you know, used to make me cringe, but I actually see where they're going now, and I actually quite like it. So as I rate this, what I'm going to say is Brooklyn Brewery make a lot of claims. You know, it's almost as if you drink this beer, you can do more of what you love. You get all the satisfaction with none of the buzz. You know, your night is going to go on and on. And so they're not trying to convince you that you should never drink an alcoholic beer again. They're just saying, hey, if you're going to have to bring your night to a close because you can't have any more beers, have this one instead. And I think that on that, if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, this beer is a 10. shoot me. This beer is an absolute 10 in that regard. If I'm ever going anywhere ever again that requires me to have an alcoholic beer, I hope they have some of this. If not, I'm gonna take my own, because they've done it, they've cracked it for me. So I suggest you go down and grab yourself one of these. Grab yourself one of these things. I got this one from Tesco. I'm sure they're available all over. Definitely available online. Get yourself a special effects from Brooklyn Brewery, and let me know what you think. Normally I tell you to head down to your bottle shop and you know, grab a craft example from those guys. On this one, just trust Brooklyn. Okay, just grab one of these, take a sip, and as you do, listen to Ghost Town by The Specials. These song suggestions aren't all really creative. Special effects, The Specials. It's a great song, you'll love it if you haven't heard it already. So grab yourself one of these guys, and please let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had a better alcohol-free beer than this. I don't think I'm gonna get many people taking me up on that one. Until then, guys, cheers.